Here is the answer for the day 4 bell work. Let's see what you can do with subtracting integers. Simplify each. Question A. The first number is 18. The second number is 5. The operation is subtraction. 18 subtract 5 is 13. Question B. The first number is negative 12. The second number is a 4. The operation is subtraction. If you start with negative 12 and then subtract 4, the result is negative 16. When subtracting integers that aren't like question A, where you have some normal positive number and subtract a smaller positive number, that's just normal subtraction that you learn in elementary school, sometimes it's helpful to apply a rule. And the rule for subtracting integers is to identify the first number, to write add, and then to identify the second number, which in this case would be a negative 4. There's an equivalency between the problem negative 12 subtract a 4 and negative 12 add negative 4. They are the same thing. Subtracting 4 is the same thing as adding a negative 4. Sometimes it's easier to change subtraction problems into adding problems because then you can apply rules that you know about adding integers. Now, of course, you need to know those rules, and we'll practice them in our class this year. The result is negative 16. Now, question C. The first number is negative 25. The second number is negative 3, and the operation is to subtract. Negative 25 subtract a negative 3 is negative 22. But why? How do I know that? So for a problem like this that is not like question A, just normal subtraction that we're very comfortable with, sometimes it helps to identify the first number, to write add, and then to identify the second number, which would be a 3. This expression is equivalent to this original expression. Subtracting a negative 3 is the same thing as adding a positive 3. In the previous problem, question B, subtracting a 4 is the same thing as adding a negative 4. Subtracting a number is the same thing as adding its opposite. Negative 25 add 3 is negative 22. Think of this as a financial transaction. What happens to the amount of money you have if you pay somebody $25, but then you have $3 added back to you? How much money would you have? Question D, 36 subtract 37 is negative 1. These numbers are very close together. 36 subtract 36 would be 0. What if you subtract 37 from 36? Now the result is negative 1. Question D could be rewritten as an adding problem, like in problem B and C, but that might not make the problem any easier. Question D, because the first number is a positive, and because the number after the subtraction is a positive, is a lot like question A. It's just that you're starting with 36 and subtracting something that is larger than 36, and that will make the result a negative number. Question E, 100 subtract negative 10 is equivalent to 100 add positive 10, and that makes 110. Question F, 40 subtract what number is equal to 24, and that number is 16. This expression is equivalent to somebody asking 24 plus what number equals 40. And when you think of it like that, maybe you can figure out that it is 16.